Good morning. Saturday, 24th of February, which means we have now 5 days left for the challenge. And I'm continuing, and there's so many things one needs to do if one basically builds a bicycle that is made from parts which are complete rejects, and every single item needs attention. So today I'm going to attempt to put into practice something that I learned yesterday on YouTube by some very friendly YouTuber, and that means I'm going to wash out the sealed bottom bracket by taking the seals out, washing the grease out and putting fresh grease in. And for that I need to try and get this out of this bracket, which I'm going to do in this very sophisticated way that everyone can do without destroying anything. And that was that. That was easy. That's not what I wanted to do. I need this out. Damn. Okay, so that's not what I was planning to do. But you see what I'm trying to get to. I'm going to poke out these ceilings. With the tried and tested kitchen knife method. So I'm going to mark this. This was yes, let's not get confused here. Let's take this back here. So what do we have? What do we have? Now this is the drive side. Let's just mark this. Let me think. Okay, so we got the drive side. That's the one with the little ring. That's from metal, and the thread. So this is the drive side as it came out. This is how it was together, okay? So let me mark this with drive, and drive, and drive, and drive. So this is the non-drive. Yeah? Yes. This is the drive side. Sorry, I should really turn this round. Let me make a drawing. And this would be the thread, and then we get the drive side looking like so. Okay, I'm actually, wow, I'm getting a bit annoyed at this cardboard. The story about this cardboard is it gets wet on one side, and then when it dries off it's not flat anymore. How this annoys me. Good morning. Okay, this cardboard will die, and I will use another one, but for now we'll need to live with it. Do we? Do we? No, it's just too annoying. Let's change it. new and improved. Don't need this at the moment. And the only thing, yep. Huh. Okay, so one thing, so much better. Now where was I? I'm going to make a drawing of this. Or a photograph, or a drawing. Okay, let's make a drawing. So this would be what we have on the drive side. And that is where it steps in twice. And if you look at it from this side, it obviously has teeth for the tool. Okay, so we'll have this right there. So that means that this ceiling is from the non-drive side. And what I have here at this moment with the non-drive side, but this is already off, and this is the outside, and that's the inside. And now I'm going to measure some. Wehey, my brother-in-law, or sorry, divorced now, ex-brother-in-law, Alfons Leute Bauunternehmen. So, we're going to measure in this very highly sophisticated manner. So this is the one that's welded on, and this is 37 millimeters. 37 millimeters. And that we do not know, but we can guess, take a wild guess. Oh no, we cannot. We can. So this is actually 40, 39. This is also different. So here we go, 40, 39. Good. Now, this should be easier to put back in order. And we can then go around cleaning that. I think we're done with the hammer too. Don't need a hammer. I just like to have my table sparse. Have on the table what I need at this very moment in time. Oh. That I need to take out. How do I do that? Let's find a socket. Hmm. 17, 14. I have very limited amount of sockets here. You know what? Let's just not do this right now. I'm going to complete this one here. This is so ropey. But for the heck of it, we are going to clean this and then see what we can achieve. So this is then, yep, this metal bit goes to the inside. Metal to the inside. Let me make a note of that. Yeah, this is golden bit to the inside. And what do we have here? Same thing. Alright, so that's the same information for both sides. And now we can do some scrubbing out some old grease. I'll leave this on the seat so there is no confusion. This is definitely dry. It's definitely not nice. Let's get some assortments of toothbrushes. That are all fit to dye. Yeah, let's see whether this is enough. Why is this wet? Oh, is this toothbrush is still wet? Huh, interesting. I'm just digging out the most in a dry fashion before I introduce any cleansing fluids. What is this? Why is this all so wet and greasy? I don't get it. Who would have thought? I mean, let's just tell the story of that thing here. This is obviously a replacement part that was put in a very old, I think I still have half of that frame. I cut the rear triangle off because it was too ugly, which was a mistake out of today's perspective, that's for sure. And somebody builds a hipster bike to live in a big Italian tourist place where there's no cars allowed inside. You have to have a bicycle, so this gets built into a hipster bike with a rack on it and so on. And somebody replaces the bottom bracket. So this is obviously Italian threaded frame, so you need an Italian threaded bottom bracket, and that's this one here. Let's just say this was done 20 years ago. The bike gets a rack and some comfortable handlebars and some weirdo cranks and some single speed wheels. And this bottom bracket. So now you just live here. You're cheap. You've probably been made it. The brand is Nico. Made in Taiwan, okay. Taiwan. I have no big issues with Taiwan. They seem to be a decent job. Definitely better than China in my books. But the grease, obviously not too much. Well, now as I'm cleaning it, there's still no grease in it, but it runs already much better. Why is that? Oh, and here's the mark I've just discovered. So I must have cut off the crank with an angle grinder to release the tension. Yeah. There you have it. All the things that are happening in this world. And then the bike gets forgotten. The hipster decides not to be so hip after all and not use the bike. Even though it has a really nice rack for shopping, he's not using it. Why? We do not know. But 20 years later, the savior comes. The savior that saves old bicycles. That's me. And then I'm thinking, what kind of shitty old bottom bracket is that? And also, I never do anything with it for yonks until I have no freaking other option. If I would be able to go shopping, I would have bought a new bottom bracket. But I wasn't. I'm here. That's what I have. That's what I'm going to use. Next toothbrush. Still a lot of coppery colored grease, and that's wishful thinking. This is just rust mixed with grease. I'm pretty sure. So we've exhausted this method. We are now going to employ the powers of WD-40. Brake cleaner would be better. Oh, now it's really raw. Oh, it is stuck here. Oh. don't like that, do you? Alright, so this is obviously when you replace something. But we can't. Okay, I want to establish one thing. There is a very clear distinction with what is drive side and what is not. There is quite a super wide flange, and there is a very narrow flange here. So as drawn, so I can get rid of the markings. There's numbers in here. Nickel 10B21 116. So 116 probably the width. Interesting. It says Nickel. Nickel is the brand. Nickel. Taiwan. B21 116. That must be in 08-2. Well, that's probably the year 2022. Oh, it's so bad. I've seen a YouTube video by one of my favorite people when it comes to getting advice on how to fix things, and that is RJ the Bike Guy. This guy he works so hard. He does such good explanation. He fixes things that I thought should never be fixed before. Does things that I didn't know one can do. Really helpful. So we're flushing it out now. Actually, I think the order of will be that I will now use a little bit of sandpaper. I'm gonna clean first and polish what I have in my hand here. Let's get rid of the rust, and I don't want to wait till tomorrow, so this is not going in vinegar. There's some rust that we don't need. We do not need rust. It comes off nicely. This obviously is hardened steel, so, and it's blued. Blued. I'm going to buy some bluing fluid because I like to tinker with surface qualities. That's the rustiest part. This is not needing to win the concours d'elegance, but since I'm in here, I can just as well clean it. And as you can see, there's quite a layer of surface rust which comes off easily. Before I do the final round of cleaning and flush it one more time with WD-40, I will do the polishing of this. Polishing, yep. Don't really mean super polish, just meaning getting it with a very reasonable amount of effort looking much nicer. Tools of choice, all present. Should better check what's going on here. Ah, everything's good. I will totally understand if you will wind forward the whole time and just see what's happening slowly but surely. So, we stay on the left side now. Let's just rub this down. Let's do what we see first. So you see I'm just using a tiny little dab of Autosol. I said this before, this is totally my absolute favorite polishing compound. This can polish about everything. Even plastic fenders on your bicycle, it polishes. Haven't tried it on some little scale models windows yet. Should be doing that too. So we're going to change the, okay, moving forward to the other side now. I'm trying to not to get any polishing compound inside the ball bearings, because if that stuff stays in there, it's not beneficial. Or maybe it is, who knows? What do I know? I'm gonna flush it nicely afterwards. So, that's the polishing. Let's do this here as well, because that seems to be... Okay. Right. Autosol. Parking here for now. Polishing brush, parking here for now. The these two things. That's not working. And now we sure mix these up. That's a shame. But these look the same. Nice. Definitely. Wow. That works. So much nicer. Okay, so we're content with what we've done here. Polishing will be done in a minute. I want to be straight with you. What I'm doing here makes no sense. Because if you even remotely apply anyone's salary, let's say a bike mechanic, on average earns about $50 US. So let's say I was a bike mechanic and I earn $50 an hour. And I'm spending an hour on this bottom bracket. What a load of nonsense. You can buy this for 10, and yes, that's not very good for our environment to always throw out everything, but that's beside the point. Let's say this was the last bottom bracket on the planet, or you'd be stuck like that one dude in the middle of the desert with a 2CV that's half broken, and then you build a motorbike out of it. Now you're talking. Make sure I'm doing this in both directions. And flush it one more time. Da, da, da. Flush, flush, flush. Clean, dry, wipe. Nice. I'm always amazed. You give some metal some love of how long metal can actually live. Hardened steel. Isn't that amazing? Just really. Huh. So much nicer. Oh, that's nice now. Maybe. I want to really do my best and get all the WD-40 out of here again. I'm even going to use a completely clean toothbrush in a moment to just dry it off. But now I'm going to do these little cups. These have a number on it. Nice. 1, 2, 3. Lovely. And polished. Now, clean. Completely brand new clean is the next step. So that's not right. It's not right. That's better. Ideally, the least amount of WD-40 in the game now. And let me just show you. Still not very good. So I should really jot down the number and order a set of ball bearings. And I should also measure them. And that is what I will do. (602 RS). (602 RS). 602 RS. Where are you? Okay. That's exactly 10 millimeters wide. And the diameter is 31. And the inside diameter is 15. .8. Do that again. 15.8. Yes. Okay. Time for grease. Time for some grease. Oh dear. Don't you just like that when this happens? Come on. Teflon grease by Decathlon. This was proper expensive. I remember that. I was in Italy and they had no choice. And I thought, okay, might as well buy this super duper duper expensive Teflon grease. I think it was 12 euros. I think. till it comes out on the other side. Nope, it does not at all. Really cannot blame me for not trying. Hmm? I'm gonna try and push this down a bit, if that works. Doesn't do anything. Whatever. So let's go in with one. On the outside, I do the better one. Clippity clip. Nice. Look at that. Good. Very nice. Good. Now we can put this down here. I didn't think that I was going to do any of this. And then I thought to myself, because, you know, the whole bottom bracket situation, the races, the frame, everything's so compromised. The last thing I want to do is come back out with this anytime soon. So let's just give it my very best shot. And in it went. Nice. Okay, I'm halfway finished. Check this out. Check this out. Here's another issue that will give you trouble. There's dirt inside this thread. And since I'm sitting here in comfort with a cup of coffee on my mind, it's so easy to fix this, clean this out. So that's what I'm going to do. That was easy. It's not that bad. A pair of earbuds do the trick. Go all the way in. Nice. So, let's do one more round of wiping this down. And hey, oh, this is nice, sir. Not perfect, but nicer. So continue. This is half of it. Now we need to do the other half. And obviously the race is still stuck in here. So remember, this was this way. Okay. So I'm going to bring this down. Don't really want to hammer on the 17. Let's try a 16. Also not good. So what about a 14? 12. So let's do the 14. This is okay. So let's see what we get. It's coming, is it? It's not cooperating very well. Let me clean this first. I'm going to go in here, clean this gunk out. I know what that is. Okay. To go through there with a file first. Just want to absolutely do what I can do. So I'm going to start here and work my way outwards. That's me just cleaning the threads a little bit, just a little bit. This is absolutely only fit for desert mechanics. Do this if you have absolutely no other choice. Alright, do this 5 times. This actually now runs in a row all the way to the end. So this is not the issue here. This bottom bracket is not the problem anymore. That I am certain of. Glad I've done this. So the issue is with the frame, not with this part here. That will be the last time. Wire brush brutal. Tell you what, I'm going to go for polishing action now, because I can. Hear that? This is rust. Grime and sand and dirt and yuck. Look at that. Just doing polishing now because I can hold it better while it's a 2-piece thing. Okay, so if you would have hoped for some permanent marker, you'll be disappointed. It's gone. Even the black is gone almost. But instead we have a bit of a shine, and obviously afterwards this is all going to be greased nicely. Here for the last words, the last word in how to clean a thread. Look at all this muck. Nah. So this will be me done with polishing action for today. I do believe, well, for bottom bracket, that's for sure. Out of my way. See. A bit. This is wrong, because that would just do nothing but sit on the rubber ceiling. What did we say? 14, right? Nope, that's the 12. All right. 16 is pretty good. 15. Come on out now, please. Seals nicely, sits there, not budging. Okay, so this is it, WD-40 galore. In every respect. If you don't come out, you need to stay in. think I can do this. That is better. Going over here on top of the table leg. Like so. And I will adjust the camera positioning. Yeah. Please be here. Not so bad. Let's see whether we can do it. Comes. One part is good. Must be like that. We're getting there. We are getting there. Haha, check this out, eh? Probably done with the vise for today. So, my little aluminium cheeks, cheek needles. Okay, 1 and 2. Now let's readjust the position here. Go back to the main picture. And actually, let me think. We are now going to service this here. And again, there seems to be no distinction between one side or the other. So let me take both of them out. Nice. This one is actually, this one's good. Okay, so this one is not the one to blame. We're gonna clean that and put it all back together. I'm gonna use a C-clamp to clamp it back in, and that's the whole secret here. I hope you enjoyed my ramblings. This is the first time I've ever done anything like this. 1 hour and 7 minutes, oh my goodness. Okay, just wind forward once you watch this, see what you're interested in, and have a nice Saturday.